Are you trapped in your current job position because of the good old boy system? Stay tuned. Welcome to the Shut Up and Work podcast. I am your wonderful host, the coach. And today I'm going to talk about the good old boy system. With that, what I'm going to do is first define what the good old boy system is. Then I'm going to tell you the disadvantages to employees such as yourself. Last thing, I'm going to give you 3 tips on what you need to do once you have identified that you are working in the good old boy system or good old girl. So anyway, let's get started by defining it. Now, there are different interpretations and definitions of the good old boy system. I want to throw that out there because really it exists, but it seems that the scholars and stuff hasn't really put it in play as they have with the other management styles. Now, this system is where a leader unabashedly chooses favorites among subordinates. So basically a manager, or it could be somebody in upper management, it can even be the owner, may be playing favorites to a certain employee in there. Now, here's my definition. It is a social network among white communities and elite social classes throughout the United States. The style can be identified by a person who is in charge, which I just said a while ago, of an organization or a business and would hire specific individuals who they are many times unqualified or unfit to do the job. And the reason for this is because the managers may have employed this person because they may be next of kin or friend of a friend of a friend, or somebody just with important social status that they're trying to get business from or anything in that nature. And you have to see that this system is prevalent in many organizations across America and in all types of industries. Now, the good old boy system differs a little bit from what people call nepotism. Nepotism is usually when you hire somebody that is kin to you. The good old boy system, majority of the time, is somebody hiring someone that, as I was just stating, they may know somebody in a higher status. Like, say, for example, I know a kid's father or mother who may be a senator or a congressperson, and I want to get some more real estate investments in the state, but I have to go through and get approval or a certain bill for that state to pass in order for me to do more real estate development or building or all those things in that nature that they can make my job become easier. So this is how to identify the good old boy system. Now that I've talked about that part, let's jump into what are the disadvantages if you are an employee and you are not involved in this good old boy thing. You're just trying to come to work and do your job and hoping that you will get recognized for whatever above and beyond contributions you have made to that company or organization. So the first disadvantage is going to be companies will have employers that are more than qualified and they will get passed over in the company. So in other words, they may have seniority, been there longer. They understand the job. They understand the process. But guess who's going to get promoted to manager? Ta-da! It's going to be that man or woman that upper management or the owner favors, even though they may not even know what the hell they're doing. The second thing, once they promote that person that doesn't know what the hell that they are doing, that person has to be trained by, guess who? One of the employees that got passed over or one of the managers. So then that puts the department or the section or whatever they are over in that organization that puts them in a negative or a struggling position because you have a new manager that doesn't know what the hell they are doing. The third thing, now the clients, customers, constituents, whoever you deal with are going to suffer because that insufficiency parts that you have. Let's say that individual gets promoted to a major distribution department, to whatever your company is. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know how to get the trucks in time and get them loaded up so they can go out and deliver the product in major stores. If they get behind or get off schedule on that, then that company is going to lose money because that store is paying your company a certain amount of money for their product to be in their store or on their loading dock at 5 a.m. so their employees can come unload your truck and stock it on their shelves so customers can come in their store and buy the product that you sell. But when that gets thrown off, then you have a big issue. And that's just one example. That can be several others, depending on what company or agency you work for. That is the reason why, as an employee, why you will suffer when the good old boy system is in play. And this is a big reason why, or reasons why, it should be eliminated. So now that I've talked about 3 disadvantages if you are an employee who suffer in this system, let's move on and let's talk about 3 things you can do if you have identified that you are working in or around a good old boy system in your current job. The first thing, you can try to keep your head down. You can try to work around it the best you can and not stir up anything, or try not to step on the employee that they're trying to promote up the ladder. Try not to make them mad or step on their toes, and try not to make the upper management person upset or mad for any type of reason so they don't come down on you. The second thing you can do is, if you witness this type of thing going on, depending on how your company or organization is structured, you can then go to human resources. You can go to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or you can go to a labor union and report what you are seeing and how favoritism is being shown to this one employee because the upper management person is good friends with his dad or his mom or whatever in that situation. And they're going up the chain and they don't even possess the knowledge, skills, and abilities to do the basic employee job. How the hell can they do the supervisory job? So that's the second thing you can do. And then the third thing, hate to break it to you, it just might be time for you to pull that resume out, polish it up, go online to LinkedIn or Indeed or any other of these job platforms and start putting that resume out there and start looking for another place of employment. Hey, I'm just being totally honest with you. So now that I explained 3 things that you can do against the good old boy system, let me summarize. In summary, I basically told you what the good old boy system is, gave you a couple of examples or gave you an example. Then I told you 3 disadvantages if you are an employee. And the last thing, I provided some tips on what you can do and how you may need to deal with it or deal with your career. So with that being said, please, everybody out there, like, share, comment, and comment on what you would do if you were in this situation, or what have you done from your experience when you have witnessed the good old boy system in effect at your current place of employment or past place, either one. Make sure you subscribe and keep sharing the video. That being said, thank you so much for tuning in to the Shut Up and Work podcast. I have been your host, the coach, and I will talk to you later. Take care.